The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Cats and kittens, welcome back to The Commercial Break. I am Brian Green, and this is my co-host and best friend, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Kristen.
Best to you, BFF Brian.
Best to you out there in the podcast universe. All of our BFFs out there. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break. It's not for everybody, but fact, news, or fiction is guaranteed in 30 seconds or less. Go to the tcbpodcast.com website to collect your earnings. Krissy.
Brian.
The National Park Service, as if they don't have enough to worry about with the fires and the people taking pictures of mooses or mises or whatever you call them. Like, you know, there's like lots of video out there of
people doing stupid things.
People just doing the most idiotic fucking things, like literally looking Old Faithful in the eye. Like, I mean, you just don't do that, right? It's just not something you do. Or going up to a moose and antagonizing it. You don't do that either. Right? When you see a bear, you run. You don't stand there and decide you're going to play with her pups. I mean, it's just the stupidest shit because people are fucking stupid and they do the stupidest shit just to get an Instagram video out of it, and then they end up getting hurt and everybody has to suffer. And the National Park Service is doing the best that they can to keep everybody safe despite their own idiocracy. So they have to put a new sign up in some parks out there in the Southwest. And here's why they're putting these new signs up. And I shit you not, this is what these signs are saying. Please do not lick the toads. They can be life-threatening, and they are an endangered species. People are literally stealing the Arizonan sunset frog, or whatever it is, for this chemical that it has on its skin when it gets threatened. It's called OE5 DMT. It's DMT.
Okay.
But a really potent version of DMT. Like, there's a couple... DMT is pretty much everywhere in the world. But in certain quantities, in certain concentrations, it's known as probably the most intense hallucinogenic experience that you can get. And I have done this.
Oh.
And I am telling you right now, there is nothing fucking recreational about this. It is not for recreation.
No.
When I got an invite the first time to do DMT, let me explain to you what that invite was. You're going to meet a clandestine group of people at an undisclosed location 2 weeks before your ceremony. That ceremony was going to be conducted by an actual shaman. Who had been cooking up DMT through a vine that they found in South America. I won't even give you more detail than that. That shaman is going to be doing a medicinal ceremony, and you are invited as one of the 15 people that are going to do this. There are going to be paramedics on standby. There are going to be doctors and nurses on standby. There are going to be people...
And you said yes.
And I said yes.
I will join that.
It's like someone said to you, you're going to come to the best party ever. There's a good chance you're going to die. What do you think? Free cocaine for everybody, but you're going to die. It's like...
Yeah.
So I get to this meeting of clandestine people at a clandestine location. This is many years ago. And the people who are leading the meeting are explaining that in order to get the full effects of this, you have to fast in a certain way, and you have to do this, and you might be mindful of that. And you absolutely, 100% need to be clear-headed about this, because this is not a recreational experience. Things you can expect during the ceremony.
Oh my God, I would have been so nervous.
Krissy, I was literally throwing up the night before this happened. Yes, it fucks with your head. Yeah. It fucked with my head. Because the gentleman who was leading the meeting, who had done this previously on a number of different occasions, an older gentleman, like an old wise hippie, the guy with the big, looks like Santa Claus,
like
but
a doctor,
smokes
if you
a
will.
lot of weed. Yeah, has a cane and a tie-dye shirt on and some kind of colorful beanie hat, right? Hey, everybody. Just wanted to invite you to your own death. Good to see everybody. Good to see. Come on in. Don't worry about it. I'm holding space for it. You'll hold space for it. Don't worry about it. So he says things you can expect during the ceremony. You can expect to die 1,000,000 times during this ceremony. The ego death will happen 1,000,000 times, but it won't feel any different than real death. So just know that. Serpents, dragons, the world opening up and swallowing you whole. Lava, fireworks, firecrackers, lots of fire. You're going to die in many different ways. Your skeleton's going to be floating around in front of you, and you're going to have to try and catch it and put it back in your body. It's going to be fun, but you're going to get some clarity out of it. The whole world's going to change. Yes. This was like the most intense meeting I've ever had, and everybody else around me looked the exact same. Scared shitless.
Right.
It's not a recreational drug. You should not be doing this before you go out and party on a Tuesday night. This is not the kind of thing you do. This is like super
You
potent.
reserve
You reserve this.
a couple of days
Yes.
to do this.
Yeah, you reserve. Some people reserve a month to do this. They literally go down to the South American jungle, pay somebody $10,000, and they go do this over the course of a couple of weeks. And they have multiple experiences in the hopes that they can get some clarity on some trauma or whatever. And some people go down there to kick heroin, and there's lots of different medicinal uses for DMT. The frog carries that same DMT in a more intense form. If you threaten the frog, rub it on a piece of glass, dry the glass off, scrape it, put it in a bowl, and smoke it. Right?
Whoa.
Or you can lick it, I guess. I don't know. I saw a video once of a couple of fucking nudniks going out to the Sonoran Desert, and they find this frog sitting by the one creek that's in the whole fucking desert. They find this damn frog. Poor little thing's just sitting there. And they find it, and they squeeze it. They poke it in the eyeball and squeeze it a couple times. And they rub it on this glass. And then they wait a couple hours, and I forgot the exact, makeup of it. I don't encourage anybody to do this. But just know this. At the end, they end up smoking it out of a bowl.
Okay.
The one guy who had been on this adventure to go find people who knew how to do this was a pretty experienced drug user. He was actually kind of scientific about it, right? I don't want to give away all the details, but he was very scientific he was a chemist, and his whole interest was in mind-altering substances.
Was that show on Vice?
Yes, that's the show on Vice.
Yes, I've watched that show. It's good.
So
he does it while I don't.
Yeah, he does it while I don't, and then I get to see how terrible it is before I do. Yes. And he's really good at it because he's an actual fucking scientist, right? A little weird, but he's an actual scientist.
It's a good show.
So on this show, they take this frog substance. They smoke this frog substance. And there is absolutely zero fun involved. Zero. It is a traumatizing, horrible event to watch, let alone go through. It's disgusting. When I did DMT, in the moments of clarity that I had, it kind of like you went into the hole and then you came back out of the hole for a moment. When you came back out of the hole, it was almost like you were totally sober, but you knew you were going back in a few seconds. It was like you kept getting pulled back in, right?
Okay, yeah.
When this happened, when I woke up, I'll call it, waking up back into the reality, I heard people making noises that no human should fucking make. They sounded like a monkey's throat was being slit. It was horrible. It was horrible. Lots of throwing up. It was just disgusting all around. But did I learn a few things? I sure did. Like never to accept an invite from Santa Claus hippie to die again. Yes, I learned.
The only way you ever learn.
It's the only way you ever learn. So these fucking untrained lunatics are running around grabbing frogs and trying to smoke them because they think it's going to be some kind of religious experience for them. If you don't die, possibly, maybe. Leave the poor fucking frogs alone.
No,
don't ruin it for everybody.
And that goes true for every sign that you see.
Yes.
Wherever.
Don't feed the wildlife.
If you see that, people have done it.
That's right. If you see it, someone has died from it. Yes. Yeah, don't step too close to the edge. No railing. No lifeguard on duty. There's certain signs that just make sense. You just got to pay attention. And when it says don't lick the frogs, you could incur death. Then don't lick the frogs. It's so stupid, guys. Yeah. It's not a Beavis and Butthead cartoon. It's real life. And if you want to experiment with this stuff, just give it time. It'll make its way around, dude. Look at this. Find
a Santa Claus hippie.
I got friends that are doing shroom therapy right now in the state of Georgia, even though it's not legal. But it's like kind of a secret, open secret.
Yeah, that's a real deal.
There's a company, I'll give them a plug, Field Trip, that will hook you up with therapists who are licensed and allowed to do this, hallucinogenic therapy. They're not giving Special K to people who are Special K.
Well, there is
ketamine,
the ketamine,
Ketamine.
It used to be called Special K.
I went to the club on Friday night. Take some Special K? Yeah, I want to convulse on the floor for 3 hours. I did that one time. I had no fucking idea what was going on. I was so far gone. It's a disassociative, and you're totally out of your body completely. It's not a good look for me, but there are people who
doing the therapy.
We know
Yes.
who early on were doing this ketamine therapy, and it seemed to be working.
Yeah.
Something. I mean, shit, the
The mushroom
electroshock.
therapy works too.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's my point. Don't ruin it for everybody. Stop stealing the frogs. Don't eat them. Don't smoke them. Don't lick them. Find a shaman. Pay him.
Google.
Yeah, Google. Save $10,000. Bring a shaman to your local church. Invite people to their inevitable ego death and then have a good time. That's the right way to go about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the right way to go about things because when you go on these trips, there are, it's lions and tigers and bears, oh my. It's a whole different, what the Santa Claus hippie told me, what he said to us, eventually when I did it, was so fucking true. It was like he was writing the story before it ever happened. And maybe it was because he put it in my head, but everybody else around me seemed to have the same experience after we got to talk about it. And the funny thing about DMT is you go in and then you come out. It's like, it's not like other hallucinogens like LSD or maybe even shrooms in some sense where it kind of...
Lasts.
You take a hit of acid, you better strap fucking in for 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing you can do. You're going on a trip. That's why they call it tripping, because you're going on a trip, and where it takes you, who fucking knows? If you're in a bad headspace, you're in for a long night. If you're in a good headspace, you're in for a longer night, because it's just the way it works.
You might do some water fighting.
You might do some water fighting down at the bottom of an embassy suite, scaring away all the locals. Yeah,
Disney.
I just think back on that night and how many people saw us just fighting with water. Not like splashing each other like two children in a playpen, but like going underwater and like making waves. It was an ego fight with water. But, you know, we have some experience with this stuff. Like, we're talking from a place of experience. And DMT is unlike it in that sense. In that sense, you're in for a short trip.
It's quick.
It's quick. However, it's quick in real time. It's not quick in DMT time. DMT time, there is no time. It can last for days. You just have no sense of time. It goes on forever, and you badly want to get out at some points, and at other points you're 100% in. But there's no controlling the experience. It's because you are literally disconnected from your body, and in some cases, in a place in your mind where you would never imagine to be. Can that be life-altering? Yeah, sure, fine, that's great. Are most people ready to have a snake eat their ego over and over and over again? No, they're not.
Morgan, who does our
Yes.
video editing, I'm speaking to you right now.
Please put a snake, eat it, Bryan. Please put a snake eating
and
Bryan.
or a Santa beard and tie-dye
Santa hippie.
around Bryan right now.
I'm sure there are 10,000 pictures that you could find of Santa hippies. Every town's got one. You know who that guy is. Yeah.
True.
He literally went to Woodstock and he never came home. He has some job, but you're not really sure what it is. It's like, oh, I recycle old cell phones. Oh, you do? Can I also buy a gram of Coke? Sure can. You know the guy I'm talking about. Everyone loves him, and no one really knows who he is. It's like there's so many of those people running around like our larger circle of friends.
Absolutely.
It's like one guy owns we've been to this guy's farm. I won't even say the name. We've been to this guy's farm 300 times for clandestine music festivals that spring up out of nowhere. But no one's ever met the guy for real. They've just seen pictures of him on Facebook. It's like, oh, that's him? I think I was doing DMT with him. I was licking toads. Everybody knows that guy. So the bottom line here is, guys, and I'm just sharing some knowledge and passing it along to people who are listening. DMT is not to be trifled with. It's not a recreational drug. Don't go and just like willy-nilly start licking frogs, because it's likely you're going to end up, if at the very
in a
least,
hospital.
At the very least, in a really weird headspace for a pretty significant chunk of time. Because if you're not fully prepared and you don't have people around you that are there to paramedics were in the room. Paramedics, that should tell you everything you need to know. There were also scientists, doctors, politicians, executives. Like, this was like a really weird situation, and I was all for it at the time. Now I'm like, I could never do that. I got kids. I got kids. I would end up in the Sonoran Desert, back in my headspace. The highlands with the highlands, and then a 50,000-mile journey to find myself. I lost myself in a trip in DMT. They're not my children. They're individual human beings born of the universe. They'll be fine on their own.
Yeah.
You got to find your way in life at some point. Everyone goes on their own journey.
What's meant to be is meant to be.
Oh, it's all the way it is supposed to be. If it happened, it's the way it's supposed to be. If a butterfly flaps its wings in Tucson, the weather in Atlanta turns rainy. Which, by the way, I believe all of it. I just don't talk about it too much anymore because I realize what an idiot I sounded like. Oh, speaking of monsters and dying and just weird stuff, we're getting toward the end of season 3.
Yes.
We've accomplished a lot. We've done a lot. We've seen a lot. We've talked a lot. We've laughed a lot. And as we come to the end of season 3, I just want to give just like, I don't like.
Season 3's been a whole year, right?
Yeah, it's been a whole year.
Okay. It's not like seasons with the networks.
No. We don't change. Yeah. And the only
we
reason.
Got full year seasons.
The only reason why I change season. Yeah. Like, they don't let us stop this. If you stop, you die. That's how podcasting goes. It's like a radio show. You just have to keep on going and going and going. There's no end in sight. And the reason why we change seasons, it's just so it gives us a creative break. So we take a breath. Just know we'll be interspersing. Last year, what we did was we took off from like the week of Christmas through the second week in January, and we ran a bunch of best ofs. We were only doing 2 shows at a time at that point. Now we have 3 shows to fill. Yeah, those were the days. Remember we used to do 1 episode a week and freak out about how we were going to get it done? Jesus Christ. We're on a hamster wheel now. But what we're going to do for our break this year is we are actually going to be recording live episodes previous to our break, and then we're going to be interspersing those with some best ofs and some other stuff, some archival stuff that we've never released. We're going to be doing that probably.
All the stuff that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, the stuff that was so bad it didn't make the cut. You too can listen to.
Great. I bet people
you
can't
too
wait.
can find the commercial break unfunny. For the low price of nothing. Just listen to our commercials. Yes, we're going to be releasing all the unfunny material as we go into season number 4. As a primer for season 4, we're going to be unfunny.
It's going to be a real treat.
I can hear people out there. What's going to change?
Yeah, exactly.
So don't worry, we've got live content that's coming through. But season 4 probably will not start till the first week in February. Because why? Because I am having a new baby, and I will need to take some time off to make sure that baby is used to our recording schedule, since everything revolves around this fucking show.
It's used to the recording.
Yeah. Hey, shut up! You're gonna hear a lot of screaming in the background, I'm sure.
Yes.
But as we round the corner and we get close to the end of season 3, I wanted to touch back on a few of our favorites from season 2 and from season 3. And one of the things I think we've really had a breakout year with is mountain monsters. I mean, we kind of
so good.
Yeah, we kind of left Frankie B behind for a minute, and then we picked him back up eventually. But one of the things that filled the void a little bit was mountain monsters. This show is so good, and it's funny.
Hilarious.
So for those of you that don't know, that might be new to the commercial break, I'll say this like I say every time. The Mountain Monsters is a show about a bunch of local yokels that are out there chasing all kinds of monsters. Bigfoot,
the lobster, the big lobster,
fire lobster,
the cat,
the walking werewolf, the 2-story, one-legged figment of our imagination. I don't know. They chase any kind
whatever
of
local legend.
Yeah, local legend. That's right. Whatever the locals are upset, the locals are being chased around by, these guys come in. Through the years that Krissy and I have been doing this, we have really come to believe that Mountain Monsters is a show. It's a parody show. It's a comedy show that some people take way too seriously. And we have fallen in love with these group of just lovable hillbillies Their names are the mountain monsters. And
Yeah.
one last time, Krissy, one last time in season 3, I thought we would go back to the well.
And something that we find especially funny is that no one actually ever sees
Never.
the monster.
Yeah.
Ever.
They got a cameraman who's just,
Oh, shucks, guys. I'm so sorry. You guys were headed that way for chasing that monster we all saw, and I was pointing the camera this way.
Yeah, the camera guy can never actually capture stuff. He does capture running
Yeah.
in the woods.
I got that part down. But whenever I run, I like to shoot directly into the ground. So what you can see is just my feet shuffling around. And then if you got to choose between a big scary monster about to kill you or a really nice sunset, I'm going to take the sunset every time, Krissy.
That's right,
That's
Billy.
the last thing I want to remember. I'm just in it for the craft services. I got to be honest. The guys told me to kind of be nondescript about where I pointed the camera, so I'm just listening.
Yes.
Mountain Dew and Cheetos. If I get those, I'll do anything you want me to. And sometimes I fuck up. I'm not always real good at my job, but they keep me on because you know what? I've never captured an actual image of anything. And for some reason, they think that's just great.
so without further ado, I was strolling on the internet,
As you do.
as I do like to do, and I got us another short clip here of mountain monsters. These always get banned on YouTube, so don't look for this one.
They do?
They don't get banned. They get what's called partially blocked or ineligible for monetization, which doesn't matter anyway. We don't make any money on YouTube. We spend a lot of money on YouTube. We don't make any money on YouTube. We don't have the kind of audience that YouTube wants to reach. I think they consider our content poor quality. They won't say it out loud, but I've come to this conclusion.
I think so too.
Plus, half of our audience on YouTube is in India. India finds us hilarious.
Okay.
And so I found
What up,
out through some
India?
research that actually comedy videos, like silly, stupid American, slapstick type comedy videos, do really well in India. Like people just love that kind of comedy. So I guess we should take it
We're
for
the
what
jackass
it's
of India.
we're just assholes. People don't like. The Indians love us. And so you know what? I say,
Welcome India.
aboard. Yeah,
Yes.
welcome aboard to the commercial break. Okay, here we go. Let's find out what
start it
the
up.
Huck and the boys are up to. Huck and Buck and Chuck and Fuck and good luck.
I tell you what I hate about doing daytime investigations is not being
Is not being able to hide
Right. It's
all
light.
all of the movie trucks behind us. You know what I hate about daytime investigations? Our inability to drink.
able to use the thermal.
I know what you mean about that.
Oh, right here. Look. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I see nothing.
I know, it's zero. The camera is zeroing in on leaves.
Hey, guys. That just looks like a bush to me. Okay, I'll shut up.
That looks like the back door to the devil's bedroom, guys.
Oh, a back door to the
Back door to the devil's bedroom. Looks to me like a bush. That looks like the vagina of Satan himself.
Dead leaves.
Satan is a backdoor kind of man, said Jim Morrison.
We need to go in quiet.
We just spotted that hollow tree.
Marty, keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up.
We need to go in quiet. That's what I tell my wife every night. I'm going to go in quiet. You can fall asleep again if you want to. I'm going in quiet.
We got to creep up there and see if that creature's in there.
Huckleberry. That's Huckleberry talking. He's listed as security.
Yeah. Oh, he's listed as security. He's had a lot of different job titles because he's been a lot of different people. Huckleberry's been killed 4 times on this. He comes back to life. It's like a bad soap opera where they just keep coming back to life.
Ooh, listen. Shh. There's something in there.
Look, guys. I think it's a squirrel.
It's a bird. Yeah.
It's a bird.
Notice in all these mountain monsters, there's no background noise. Like there are no birds chirping. Even they know this is bad television.
Tweet, tweet. We're going to get out of here. Tweet, tweet.
Yeah,
Tweet,
they
tweet.
do. That's the
Here
bird.
come these idiots. Tweet, tweet. Let's go shit on their truck.
Bill, you two go up on the high side and come around up towards the top.
Oh, I've been on the high side since about 6 this morning. We were drinking a lot of Mountain Dew last night. I'm still up. One of these guys yells. so loud at the camera.
He
They
does.
all do.
It's that one guy, him.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, I can't.
The Buck 2? Buck 2? Steven? I don't know what his name is. I only remember Huck and Buck. That's all I remember.
Jeff, we're going to drop down below. We're going to see what's in there. Yeah, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm going to drop down below. That's what she said.
Wait, this guy to me looks like he could be the
hippie Santa
Yes.
Claus? Yeah, only he's got a gun and overalls on. But that is kind of what the hippie Santa Claus looks like. Long beard, white beard, hat, colorful hat, overalls.
Creeping up on this hollow tree is dangerous as hell.
Of all the things I would be scared of in the woods,
A
a hollow
hollow
tree
tree.
is not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we're ever going to figure out what the hell's in these woods, we need to get up there.
If we're ever going to figure out what the hell is killing people in these parts, we're going to have to literally go chasing it into its home. That's the safest plan we've come up with. If you're chasing a mountain monster, like an actual monster, you don't go into its home.
No,
you
it's
bait it
den.
or something. Yeah, you put like a small, I don't know, dead rabbit or something. Let it come out. Or a live child you don't want, or something like that. But you don't. Yeah, you don't just go in there yourself. You got to have some bait.
We need to get up there.
You see that it's dark as hell in there. Let me see if I can use my
It looks
light.
dark as hell, not hollow tree.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but the cameras don't work with no light.
It's like a completely
Yeah.
black.
They have guns. They found the monster. They have boots and overalls. They're prepared for everything, except one guy's got his iPhone light to go into this tree. I told you. It's like one tiny little flashlight looking in that hollow tree.
Hey, see if you can turn on your light, see if we can see up in there. Turn light on, jump in there. Yeah, good deal. Can't see it past that turn over
I
there.
can't see. That guy goes, I can't see.
He goes, I can't see past that turnip. Did he say turtle or turnip? I don't know. He's so southern. I can't. I can't.
This is it. This is it. Yeah.
It's just
This
like
is
a dead
right where I
wood
think
log.
I'm out there.
It's a fucking dead.
It's a dead tree.
They found a bush next to the Walmart. They're back there playing pretend.
That is exactly
I know. This is what we used to do as kids. We just make shit up. We had all these woods in the back of my house, and we were always running around just making shit up. There's a ghost back there.
Yeah, they're doing the adult version.
Yeah, they're doing the adult version of play pretend.
Busted right through here. I know you guys ain't gonna like this, but I have an idea. What if we get Willie in that end of the log and let me go in this end?
That
Well,
end of
I
the
don't want to
log.
point out the obvious, but that's a pretty small hole for you to fit in, Buck.
At the end of the log. And then I'll
Yeah.
go in this end?
You got more rings than that tree does.
One guy's going to go in one end, and the other guy's going to go in the other end. Loaded shotguns in hand.
Yep.
This creature's in here. We'll get him.
Where it'll catch you.
Says the
Chance.
security guy.
Well, yeah. That's a chance we'll take.
As a man working security on the world's dumbest television program, I have to say I disagree.
It'll get you.
He'll get you. I'm not dying again, so y'all got to figure something different out.
This could get ugly real quick.
This could get ugly real quick.
Seeing anything?
Yeah, I mean, if there's like a 3,000-pound, 7-foot-tall, human-eating monster down there, and you're just sliding on in his front door, I don't see how anything could go wrong. Especially when you have to get on the ground and do like a military crawl to get under there, and you yourself weigh 600 pounds. Yes. How would you ever get out?
This is gonna take me a minute.
All right. Take your time.
This is going to take me a minute. It's the understatement of the year. It's going to take you a minute. It's going to take you a minute. It takes you a minute to walk down the milk aisle at Walmart. It's going to take you an hour to get under that tree.
Bud. He's up in there. Oh, shit. You good, Willie? Yeah, I'm good. What the hell you doing now? Hear me? Buck!
Buck's gone.
Well, shit, we lost Buck. It was daytime 5 minutes ago. Now it's nighttime. What do you say we go crack a beer, boys? Well, we lost Buck in an unfortunate hollow tree accident. Meanwhile, Buck's just like stuck in the tree like, help, hey, guys. Guys. Here's to Buck. He was a good man.
Unfortunate hollow tree accident.
He climbed up the hollow tree. He never came back. We're not sure what happened. We didn't bother to look, actually. We didn't really care.
Buck! Oh, shit. Buck! What the hell's going on? I don't know, but I ain't heard no
You
reference.
sent a 600-pound man into a hollow tree. What did you expect? Everything to turn out okay? I mean, come on. What happened? He got stuck, you dumb shit. It's a hollow fucking tree, not a shopping mall. The guy didn't walk in the front door of Target. He went under a root to get in a hollow tree.
So that's one good thing. Buck, you all right?
This ain't good.
No, it's not.
You want me to crawl up in there?
Buck!
Bill, you got coffee?
Coffee?
You got coffee? Bill, you got coffee? Fucking Buck got stuck in another hollow tree. It's going to be a long night.
You got coffee.
You got coffee? And it's a jaws of life I can open this hollow tree with.
And then he said, should I go in after him? What about the other guy that was supposed to go on the other end?
Well, he's up there. He's up there trying to
oh,
scare.
there he is.
There he is. I think he said you got a copy. Like, you know, you copy.
Copy.
Yeah, but it sure did sound like you got coffee. I figure what we'll do is we'll pour hot coffee down on Buck's head. If he's alive, he'll scream from the 3rd-degree burns. If not, all we lose is a pot of coffee. We can make more of that.
Go ahead, Huck.
Buck's up in this log and we can't get no response out of him.
This ain't good, Huck.
The best thing I've ever heard. Buck's up in this log.
Bugs up in this log and we can't. We don't have any communication.
Buck's usually dropping logs, but right now he's stuck in a log. I don't know what to do. We just get out the air freshener and a plunger usually. This is kind of a reverse situation. Usually the logs are inside of Buck, not Buck inside of a log. But now I don't know what to do. You got any coffee? Maybe that'll help smooth things out. It works when the logs are stuck in Buck. Oh, man. This is quality family entertainment right here.
It really is.
I don't know why Disney Plus didn't pick us up on our last contract negotiation. Hey, Bob Iger, you want to set that company back straight? Get these two idiots on.
Are you hearing anything?
Hang on! Willie! Willie!
If either one of them
Say
boys
Willie?
creep up,
He said Willie.
A Willie.
His name is Buck.
I know. Why is he yelling Willie?
I don't know. This is the most confusing episode yet, and there's a lot of confusing episodes.
on this huge canine creature, we may be picking up pieces for money.
Willie, Buck! Answer me, damn it! Hey! Buck! Jethro!
Yo!
Here it is!
Jethro, Buck,
yo.
Dave, Don, Jason, Billy Bob, John Jr. Good night, Mama.
Yo.
Yo. I'm going to start shooting in here. See which one of you starts yelling.
See him or anything?
No!
Willie!
There's nothing like taking a loaded gun and hitting the butt of it repeatedly on the ground to make you feel better about what's going on. By the way, wasn't it light out just like 5 minutes ago?
It was.
And now it's pitch black.
Uh-huh.
I hear him. Oh, did you find him? Yeah. They're in the log right here. Yeah.
Good deal.
Can you hear me?
Log
Did you
right
find
here.
him? Yeah, I found him in the same log they went into. Go figure. I was sure I was going to find him in some other tree. Like a secret underground root system. Like the Gummy Bear cartoon, you remember? Here and there and everywhere. We're adventures with the Gummy Bears.
Hey! What the hell y'all doing? Can you hear me? What's going on?
Buck ate some Doritos. It's pretty bad, Daddy.
He's putting his ear up to the log.
That's right. I got my face stuck in Buck's ass. It's pretty bad, Daddy. We send in some Airwick.
What are they looking for? He said a
I
canine
don't know.
creature.
Yeah, who
They have to
knows?
just go in
Yeah.
canine creature
A
at this
canine
point.
creature. They don't even bother naming it anymore. Yeah.
We're stuck.
We're stuck. What you can't see is it's some like some captions came on and it said "We're stuck" when he yelled. Fuck Chuck, we're stuck.
Holy hell. You're serious, you're stuck. Damn. Hey!
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Come on there! Holy shit!
They found another man altogether.
I've never seen that guy.
I've never seen that guy either. So one guy we knew went in, and then who came out was another guy altogether. I de-aged 20 years and 300 pounds.
What are you out there? Come on out, bro! Come on, bro! Grab that leg. I got
Come on, brother. They can't pull him out of there.
Yeah, they can't pull him out of there. I think just filming this was probably traumatic to everybody involved.
I'm glad to see you two swinging dicks.
My gosh.
Huh? Hey! Huh?
I'm so glad to see your two swinging dicks.
Yes, that's what he said.
Ah! What do you say we go to the locker room and wash off? We'll play a game of towel snap. You may be a big boy, but you got a cute ass. I'm sensing a little inclusivity here at the Mountain Monsters.
Jeff, bro! Yeah! Come on down there and wheel them bucks out! Come on! Yeah!
All right, we'll be there. Oh, man, it was just a little tight in that log.
Well, we found nothing. But we made a lot of drama in the process. I mean, honestly, they went up a tree trunk and they came out. They're making a whole show out of this.
I'm glad to be out of that log.
I'm a little wet.
But if you think about it for a second,
Find me, dude.
if that creature's not in there, where's it at? It could be out here watching us right now.
If that creature's not in here, it could literally be anywhere else. So stupid.
Whoa!
Easy, Jeff.
I've been hollering for you.
Yeah, it was a little far back in there.
Looks like a tight fit from here.
We found a heck of a spot wallered out in there where there's been something big. Really? Like a
Wallered
big
out?
old nest.
A big old nest. Big old nest. Just the fact that you got in there proves it's a big old nest. Of what? Canine creatures? Because canines make a nest? It's a den, you dub-dub. It's called a den.
Smell it. Oh, man. Well, you're going to smell it on me the rest of the night because, I mean, it's been peeing back in there and I'm
Because I literally just shat myself. A couple times. And I literally smelled it.
I mean, look at this. I'm soaked.
I can see.
There's definitely something big that's been held up in this log.
Oh, there ain't no doubt about it.
But whatever it was, it's not there right now. I think it's time to back up and punt.
Yeah, we got to come up with another idea, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we literally spent 3 minutes on this idea. We did a scientific exploration.
Of the log.
That's of the log. And what I found was a lot of pee. A lot of pee in the tree, but nothing else. It's a mystery. Chalk this one up. Chalk another one up to mystery.
It's probably out roaming tonight, hunting.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let me run this by you, bros. Yesterday evening, we was out in the old cornfield blaring the old predator call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. It's the predator call.
It's the universal. It's the universal predator call.
They were blasting that predator call yesterday.
That ought to get him.
Lure him in.
So stupid.
We got a response, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell you say we break out the old predator call again.
What was the response?
What do you say we break out the old predator call again? This is like playing all the hits. Elton John goes up and does 22 songs, all of them hits. These guys are going back to the hits. They're going to play the predator call. The response probably came from one of those wives. It was like,
Hey-haw! Hey-haw! Get your ass back before dinner! Don't bring any canine creature pee on your clothes! Pick up eggs and milk!
Bill, good idea.
Good job, brother.
No one ever thought of
that's
that.
literally the only idea you have ever had. It's the first time we've heard you talk.
Without
He
yelling.
might be onto something
That's
here.
right. He didn't yell that time.
Did not.
These predator calls. Bill, that was a great idea, brother.
Cutting edge, brother.
The other
yell
day,
there.
he was
Yeah, cutting edge idea. Steve Jobs would be proud. You're a true visionary there, whatever your name is.
Let's just do what we did
Yeah,
yesterday.
let's do what we did yesterday. Seemed to work then, maybe it'll work now. Why didn't you start with that? If you literally got a monster to respond to you because of some silly call, that's how I'd start every show. Like, seriously.
able to get a response.
That was right over there.
We need to get back to the side by side.
Right over there! Let's start indiscriminately shooting at things!
I want to make sure this thing don't get damaged.
And grab that predator call.
Easy now. Go easy, brother.
If we start playing that rabbit in distress call,
Rabbit in distress.
Also, he did not get up gracefully into the back of
No,
that
this guy
truck.
tried to run and jump into the truck, and he went head first into the tailgate.
we might be able to hear it and possibly locate it.
Okay.
Hopefully,
Stop laughing.
There's no Starsky and Hutch here.
What
we can
is
get a
the
response.
cooler?
What?
They've got this cooler, too.
That's
What is
where they
that?
keep the distressed rabbit, I guess. I'm not sure. Rabbit in distress. That did not sound like a rabbit in distress. I've never heard a rabbit in distress, though, to be fair.
Back on track.
All right, let's get mobile with this thing. You guys jump in there and get cruising. I'll hit play. All right.
Ready. We need to track this
They're
red
going to cruise around like the old Blues Brothers.
Live tonight, the Blues Brothers Rhythm and Blues Band. And one distressed rabbit. One night only.
Oh my gosh, my cheeks hurt.
I know.
creature down.
It's like it's stalking you.
Let's do this Team Wolf style.
Teen Wolf style.
Teen Wolf style. Oh, he's gonna car surf.
Don't keep your ears listen up.
That doesn't sound like a rabbit.
Cracker, Bill.
That's not a rabbit. That's a dog being played backwards. I'm not a dum-dum, first of all. Second of all, how are you supposed to hear anything when you got that damn tractor running like that and you're playing all those weird Teen Wolf noises?
I'm not seeing anything. I'm not hearing anything.
I don't know if this is going to work out in this field, guys. Stop. Listen. Shut the engine. Listen.
that's just me, guys. I'm over here trying to figure out which shot I can not take next.
You hearing anything back there? You guys hearing anything?
I ain't hearing a thing, Jeff.
I don't hear nothing. We're blasting this predator call, but we're not hearing anything.
I thought for sure this would have.
We're literally trying to communicate with some kind of inhumane creature that's never been spotted before on Earth. And we're not getting a response. We tried for at least 3 times.
Worked.
I'm not sure if maybe this predator with red eyes hasn't already moved on.
I'll tell you
Why
what.
do I get the sense that these guys are way too impatient to ever catch something? Like,
Yeah.
if they always move on. Is that one thing?
do.
It doesn't work in 3 seconds. They move on.
Yep.
Well, why don't we head up into the woods, out towards that log?
Towards that
Yeah.
wall.
What do you guys think?
Let's go back to my log. I was having fun in there. It was cozy around all that canine blood and urine everywhere. I want to smell like that forever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Maybe this creature's moved deeper in the woods. But to really find out, we have no option. We have to keep trying. I tell you, I really thought that this would have worked. Here's the problem is we don't know what this...
He's literally got a megaphone and he's holding it like a gun and he's blasting it all around. He's like backward dog noise.
thing's travel radius is.
Yeah.
That's what's difficult about
Stop! I gotta pee real bad. I'm 55. My prostate's big. It's coming. It's a raging river.
Shut up, Phil. Shut it down. I got movement.
What's going on? What you got? Where's that, Jeff?
I got something went right through there on all fours.
Quick, shake the camera, make it confusing. Everyone yell real loud.
Technology, 2 for 2.
He said, technology, 2 for 2. Again, Steve Jobs must be proud. You caught him on the thermals.
Yeah.
Looked like a squirrel to me. The thing was tiny.
No.
Let's go. Straight ahead. Let's go. Come on.
We're driving along, and all of a sudden Jeff screams out that he's got something on the thermal. There's a canine out here, and it's on the move.
He went across the screen, went right down over here. Went down over the hill.
Canine.
We need to get out.
Canine.
canine.
Yeah, just a canine. Just a regular old doggy. Just a doggy
He's on
dog.
the move.
Yeah, it's Nico, the ghost dog.
after this thing, and we need to do it now.
Where at, Jeff? Where at?
Right up through here.
What's out, Jeff? What you doing now?
Watch your step.
I ain't finding no tracks, so
I'm not looking for tracks. I'm looking for eyes.
Careful, big buck.
We've moved past the track stage. We're looking for eyes. He's certainly going to kill us. Let's move closer.
Careful, bro.
Whoa, look at this.
What do you got? What do you got?
What is this?
It's another hollow tree.
It's a hollow log.
I guess I'm going to have to climb in this one also.
All of a sudden we look down, and there it is. This massive scorched spot on the ground.
Holy shit.
This thing's about 15 feet long and about 5 feet wide.
Don't that look familiar? Hell yes.
Looks like someone had a blowtorch and scorched the earth here.
Looks like that place we found the other night there in the woods.
What did you say? Can you say that again in English? Looks like that place we found.
The other night.
Yeah, it looks like where someone camped and made a bonfire. That's what happens. That's how the earth gets scorched. What are you guys, rocket scientists?
Holy shit, guys.
It's like a dragon just stood here and shot flame over through there.
It's a dragon.
That's what I think every time I come up on a burned spot. Well, the dragons are back.
The dragon was here.
Every time I look in my fireplace, I'm like, well, the dragons got to it. Oh, no, I made some fires last year. That's right.
Look how hot that fire's been, Buck. That's almost charcoal.
Hey, look at this right here. Look at this.
Hey, man, all that stuff's scorched.
Look at this. Haven't they ever seen a Smokey the Bear commercial? This is ridiculous. This is exactly what we talk about. This literally looks like charcoal. That's what wood looks like when it burns.
Look at that tree right there. Scorched all the way up there.
How is this even possible?
How do things even set on fire? Come on, guys. Really? You're making a big deal. You're stretching. But I guess as more seasons go on, you got to get more and more creative about what you're worried about.
It's like us.
Yeah, it's like us. We keep stretching further and further. Till someday it'll just be a parody of its own show. We're literally going to be doing the commercial break about the commercial break.
That's a good question, Buck.
To get that hot to do what did that stump, that's not a controlled burn.
You're talking about a flash burn, which is extreme heat.
That would take probably
3,000 degrees?
Like a dragon.
2,000 degrees like a dragon.
Well, we've changed now the canine monster into a dragon.
That's right.
Yep.
Gotta love those mountain monsters. What do we call this one? I guess we call this one, sometimes the logs are in me
Hollow
and sometimes
logs.
I'm in the logs.
Hollow logs.
Yeah, hollow logs. Well, as we round the corner to the end of season number 3 and the beginning of season number 4, we'd like to know which was your favorite episode of season 3, which
Yes.
began 3,000 episodes ago.
It
So
did.
do a little light studying when you get 4 to 5 extra months and let us know which episode is your favorite. And you can do us a favor. You can write in or you can call and leave a voicemail. And if we do some best ofs over the break, which I'm sure that we will, we can use your voice to introduce those clips. We would love that. We've done that a few times. And so let's go back to that. Sounds good to me. I'm
like
making
the
it up
mountain
as we
monsters.
go
Let's
on.
go back to what we did yesterday.
Yeah, let's go back to what we did yesterday. It should be the same thing. That seemed to work. So do us a favor, 855-TCB-8383. That's 1-855-TCB-8383. Toll free from anywhere in the world. You can text us or call and leave a voice message. Tell us what your favorite episode or clip has been in season number 3, and we may use that in the best of during the break. And remember, we will be doing fresh episodes also. We're gonna be mixing it up this time because we know how much you guys hate best ofs. So I'm asking you to help me.
We're going to spring it on you.
That's right. We're gonna spring it on you. It'll be a surprise when you get there. I'll even change the title so you won't know. TCBpodcast.com. That's where you go. Find out more about Krissy and I. Listen to all the audio, watch all the video, and hit the Contact Us page. That's another way you can get a hold of us and tell us which is your favorite clip from season number 3, tcbpodcast.com. Hit the Contact Us button. You got to do us a favor. Go to youtube.com/thecommercialbreak. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take your favorite episode from the last 5 months and watch it on YouTube since Morgan started editing it. I guarantee you're going to love it. It's completely different. And a big thanks to our brand new executive production on the audio side, our executive producer, Christina. So big thanks to her. I finally get to see my family again.
Yes.
I'm not sure they want to see me, but I'm there. Krissy, I guess that's all I can do today.
I think so, Bryan.
So I love you.
I love you.
And best to you.
And best to you.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, Krissy and I always say, we do say, and we must say.
Bye.
Bye.